Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and welcome to part 2 of my DJI Air 2S Saga. If you watched part 1, you know that because there's no smart controller that will work with as far as we know, there's no smart controller that will work with the A2S yet. I tried it with the old smart controller, and I had issues, and that's in another video. And then the RC Pro controller that DJI has available, it is not compatible yet with my Air 2S. So we're looking at my granddaughter here and what's left of our old couch that came with the trailer, the fifth wheel that we're living in, which is right next to us there as I flew over. And we needed to put a new couch in because this couch had to have been put in before they put the sliders, because it was so big you couldn't carry it out the door. So my granddaughter there, who I recently she and her husband recently celebrated their wedding. She came over and on her own destroyed that couch, as you can see. She used a sledgehammer and a crowbar and a saw while it was inside the RV, and took it apart, and they're taking it to the dump along with some other stuff. So that's why I'm filming this, because I wanted to get a picture of all that she does for us. And so the story, yes, last video that I put up, part 1, and by the way, they're coming out the door of our little house there with a couch that is apart, and then they'll put it together inside the fifth wheel. So they're really helping, and I appreciate it. So anyway, in my last video, part 1, I was doing a range test for the Air 2S, and as I was coming back, my iPhone, if you have an iPhone, you know this, if you get it in the sunlight, it starts to dim. And so my iPhone, as I was coming back, and I had to stand in the sun to get the best range I could. As it was coming back, instead of continuing to dim, it started dimming, and then instead of continuing to dim, it just the phone just shut itself down because of the heat. And of course, the reason I can't use my old smart controller. There goes our old couch to the dump, and you can say goodbye to it. Anyway, I can't use the smart controller because it had issues. I mean, it works with the Air 2S, and everything works fine, but I was as I was coming into land, I needed to turn off the object avoidance system so I could land up next to our little metal house that we live in. And so in that way it would still beep and tell me I'm close, but it wouldn't stop the drone from flying. So I went to settings and turned it off, and when I turned it off, the whole screen went black. So because I believe in safety, see, I've had some experience when I had my Bebop. I always by common sense, told myself, don't fly over people's homes. And so I always flew over roads, and I still try to do that, just in case something happens. Well, I was testing out batteries on my Bebop 2 a few years back, and I put a battery in that was bad, and I took off, and I got up to 270 feet, and the battery stopped, and the drone crashed to the ground and landed on the pavement. Believe it or not, I was still able to replace parts and put it back together again. But I was so glad that I wasn't flying over somebody's house or some little kid or something like that. So when you lose visual contact with the camera, That's not a good time for. You don't know it's going to crash onto. You don't know if it's going to crash on top of somebody's head or something. So that's why I fly over roads. So anyway, I was coming back, and my iPhone died. So I got on the internet, and I started looking for solutions. And believe it or not, on 51 drones, is it 51 or 52 drones, something like that. Anyway, he was talking about a new tablet that is out. It's made by Tripltek, Tripltek, I think it is. And it has the same operating system in it that the new RC Pro controller does. It runs the same app that the new RC Pro controller does. And you can still run the controller that comes with the Air 2S. So I looked at that, and to wait for the RC Pro to get adaptable to the Air 2S, who knows when that's going to happen. Besides, it's $1,200, but this tablet is $795. That's a lot cheaper than the controller that DJI says will maybe soon be compatible with the Air 2S. Sorry about the confusion. I'm watching my couch go away to the dump. So anyway, and so that's what I've ordered, and it'll be coming. In the meantime, I'm flying the Mini 2, which works great, and I'll fly the Mini 2 until I get my new tablet. Then I'll go back to having fun with the Air 2S. So that's the story. Stay tuned, and I'll be putting up videos sooner or later using the new Tripltek tablet. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching my videos, and God bless.